You're in the kitchen with Chef R. Allen, guys, and today we're doing a smothered pork chop. Welcome, guys. Today you're in the kitchen with Chef R. Allen. Today I'm doing a smothered pork chop, something simple and easy to make. We're gonna start right here. I got the 2 pork loin chops. You know, I like a little fat, little marble on there. I got my oil heating up right now. So it's real simple. So I'm gonna season. I love to use my prime steak, even though it's for the pork chops. Man, it's awesome, delicious. I'm gonna season that up. Of course, I like to season my steaks up too. Set this off for a little bit to the side, let that heat up. And then of course I like to do my little Mrs. Dash. No salt. Those that watch me know that I don't do a lot of salt. So I want to season that up too. And yes guys, today's no glove day. I'm going with the program, but this is for me, for the family. So I just want you guys to see what the smothered pork chop, for those that's saying, why you're not wearing gloves? Well, today I'm not wearing gloves. So I'm gonna get all this in there, this mixture in here. Put a little more of this in here. So I got the oil heating up on medium. So we're gonna drop this in. So you guys can see that. Let's get this in here closer. And I wanna pat this down in here. Pat this down in here. Get all that seasoning, all that flour. Because I just want to put a little char. So we're gonna let that cook. And you just wanna put a little char, we'll put it on medium. Like I say, the same thing for here. I like to pat that in there. And I do a little flour, just enough to get, just to get a brown into it. And basically the only thing you're gonna need is some chicken broth. I'm gonna set this aside here. Let that cook. And you can cut your onions any kind of way you want. Let me wipe this down. You know, if you want it small, big chunks, and I made them just. That's it for me right there, but we're gonna set that aside. We're not gonna worry about that yet until after we get the pork chops done. Bring it about 4 or 5 minutes on each side, depending on the thickness. We're gonna let that cook. And we're gonna turn this over. You see that brown? That's got that nice crust on it. A nice crust, another 4 or 5 minutes on that side. Got my onions. And guys, as always, guys, thank you guys for your support, man. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Let me know what you like, and I love the reply. I love those that cook these recipes. They let me know exactly how it turns out, and I appreciate that. And thank you guys. Bring this down. And while we're cooking, we want to make sure, we want to definitely check out the temp, keep the temp down. So I'm gonna hit it on the fat piece. Oh yeah, that's 127 right there. At least 145. That's 120. So we're rounding off to 125 right now. Yeah. So we're gonna let that cook a little more, and we're on our way. Okay, now we got the pork chops. We got the pork chops cooked. We're gonna set that aside. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep this in the warmer. While that's cooking, we're gonna drop off some butter. While there's butter cooking, we're gonna drop some onions in here. I'm gonna let the onion, we're not gonna cook it all the way through, but we want to at least get it translucent. And like I said, it doesn't matter what side, you know, what way to cut your onions, what size you want. And then with the flour, like I said, we'll let that cook a little bit, but with this flour that I was using, I'm gonna use a little bit of this flour. But right now we want to cook this. I got it on medium. I'm gonna let these onions saute a little bit. And you don't have to put much seasoning because you already seasoned your flour and stuff, but we'll taste it and see as it goes. You know, a little salt and pepper, but as far as seasoning, you don't have to put too much more seasoning because you got it on your flour, and plus you already got it that was in the pan. Now you're scraping everything that was stuck to it. You're gonna do a couple of minutes of this. Okay, we got the flour, we got the onions sauteed. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour at a time. Let's get this whip over here. And you want to get the raw. You want this flour to cook to get the raw flour flavor out. And you also want it to absorb all the leftover fat. Make sure it absorbs all the way. And that's what you want. So you can put it on a little low now. And you want to let that cook. Let's slide this over here. And just enough to get that raw flour taste, and let that cook a little bit. Then we're gonna add our chicken broth. Add our chicken broth. The recipe will be at the bottom of the description as always. I'm gonna cut that on low. And you want to constantly stir this. And once it starts cooking, you'll see it thickening up. Some people add heavy cream. I'm gonna add just a little milk. Just a little milk. You don't have to add milk if you don't want, but to me, I like the smoothness and then the flavor of it with that milk. Like I say, heavy cream is good too. I'm gonna put this on low. Add a little more milk. And see, that's what you want right there. That's what you want. That smoothness, that creaminess, not too thick, not too loose. Okay, we're gonna bring this, I'm gonna bring these pork chops back out. I got them warming up. See how nice that is? Yes. That's what I want. And we're gonna let that sit and cook. Let it simmer. You see that creaminess? And we're gonna let that, we can cover it, but since I got it already covered in the gravy, this is good. I made some rice on the side of it. You can do mashed potatoes, whatever works for you guys. But I got this on low. And we're gonna let that cook. You see that, guys? This right here is my smothered pork chops. I took it out because I want you guys to see how the gravy is. Let's bring this in closer. Then I want to put some gravy on that. Give me a bunch of onions. I got them cut, yes. This here, guys, is my smothered pork chops, and easy to make, but more importantly, delicious to eat. Guys, as always, guys, you guys been awesome. I thank you guys for your support, for liking and subscribing. Till next time, I'll see you in the kitchen with Chef R. Allen. Cooking made easy.